So we'll do some more problems on this chapter, compound interest. Okay, so first question, can you see the screen detectors? Okay. So the question is, a man borrows rupees 5,000 at 12% compound interest payable every 6 months. So what will be the time? What will I put time as?
Half year.
Yeah, 0.5, half year. He repays rupees 1,800 at the end of every 6 months. Calculate the third payment he has to make at the end of 18 months in order to clear the entire loan. So it's very simple. Okay. So it is said that this guy borrowed rupees 5,000. So basically his principal is 5,000 rupees, right? And he borrowed at a rate of 12%, 12% compounded half yearly at half year. So basically your time will be 1.5, that is 0.5. Now let us calculate the CI for first year. CI for first year is P into R into T divided by 100, which is equal to principal is 5,000 into rate is 12%, time is 0.5 divided by 100. So I cancel the zeros. 12 5s are 60, so 600 into 0.5. So half of 600 is 300 rupees. So at the end of first half year, his interest increases by 300 rupees. So the total amount left is 5,000 plus 300, which is equal to 5,300 rupees, right? Calculate payment made at the end of 18 months. So 18 months. So this is the first 6 months. Then CI for 12 months. That is second half year. That is second half year. So and also he pays rupees 1,800 at the end of every 6 months. So after this half 6 month is complete, he pays 1,800 from this money. So how much is the amount left? So amount left equal to 5,300 minus 1,800. So this will give you, calculate this value and tell me 5,300 minus 1,800 what you will. 4,000, 4,500? No, I don't think 4,500. I keep very good. Maybe it's 3,500.
Minus 1,800.
Yeah, minus 1,800. It's 3,500, right? So your CI for the second half year will be P into R into T divided by 100, which is equal to principal is 3,500 into rate is 12%, time is again 0.5 divided by 100. So you cancel this again. So 35 into 12, or you just multiply these two. So 12 into half of 12 is 6. So 35 into 6 is your answer. So this is basically 35 into 6, 35 into 6, 5 6 are 30, 9 20 21 to 10. So 210 rupees. 210 rupees is his interest after the second half year. So the amount that is left for him is 3,500 plus 210, which is equal to 3,710 rupees. Okay, this should be clear. Now for 18 months, so 18 months is how many half years? So first half year is 6 months, second half year is 12 months, so third half year is 18 months. Third half year 1.5 year. Third half year is 1.5 year. One full year is 12 months plus half year is 6 months. So 12 plus 6, 18 months. So this is the one that we need. Now CI for the third half year is, so first we need to subtract some from this, right? He prepays 1,800 at the end of every 6 years. So amount left equal to 3,710 minus 1,800. So calculate the value and tell me what is the value. 3,710 minus 1,800.
1910.
1900 1910 1900 plus 1800 is 3710. Yes, okay, 1910. So the CI for the third half year will be principal 1910 into rate is 12 into time is 0.5 again divided by 100. So again multiply this, you get 1910 into 12 into 5 is 6 divided by 100. So cut the 0 off, so 191 into 6, so 191 into 6 is 6, 6 9s are 54, 6 1s is 6, 5 11, 1 1 equal to 1146 divided by 10. So we know when something is divided by 10 or 100 we put a decimal point, so this your answer is 114.6 rupees. So the amount will be, so the amount will be equal to principal 1910 plus 114.6. so this is equal to, so 1900 plus 100 is 2000, 2024.6, 2024.6 rupees. So this is the one, so we got the amount as this much, so 2024.6. so we need to repay that guy, we need to pay this much money after the end of 18 months to clear the entire loan. So at the end of 3 years this much is left, 2024 is left, so we need to pay this much back to the bank, right, to clear the loan, right? So this is done. So we'll do one more. Let's do this one. So man saves, so it's given that a man saves rupees 3000 every year and invests it at screen देखेछ हैन, okay, one second. Can you see now? A man saves 3000 every year and invests it at the end of the year at 10% compound interest. So man saves 3000 every year and invests it at the end of a year at 10% compound interest. So he invests that at 10% compound interest. Calculate the total amount of his saving at the end of the third year, right? So for the first year he saves 3000, right? But he invests it at the end of the first year, which means he'll not invest it at the beginning of the first year, right? Again, because he saves 3000 for the entirety of the year. So let's say this started at 2018, okay? So this person started saving from 2018. So he saved the entire year, right, and invested it on 2019, right? Because he needs the entire year to save 3000 rupees. So his first year will not be 2018, it will be 2019, right? So at the end of the third year, so this is the first year, this is the second year, and this is the third year. So in this kind of question, you need to understand what the question is trying to tell. He saves 3000 every year and invests it at the end of the third year at 10% compound interest. So if I am understanding it well, this guy saved the entirety of his money at 2000 from at a particular year, then invested it the next year. Calculate the total amount of his saving at the end of the third year. So let us find it. So compound interest for first year will be, first year is basically 2018, right? So we 2018 there is no saving, so he will not earn any interest, right? Because 2018 he is saving the money. Now compound interest for the second year is P into R into T by 100. So this is 3000 into rate is 10 at time is 1 divided by 100. Cancel these two, so you get 300 rupees. So the amount will be 3000 plus 300, which is equal to 3300. Now compound interest for third year equal to 3300 into rate is 10 into 1 divided by 100. Again cancel the two zeros, so this will be 330 rupees. So amount will be equal to 3300 plus 330, which will give you 3630. 3000. Calculate his total amount of saving at the end of the third year. So this is the money at the end of the third year, right? You should try to understand the question now. A man saves 3000 every year and invests it at the end of the year at 10% compound interest, right? So if this was not like that, if a man saves 3000 every year and invests it at the end of the invested, so if this was not given, right? So this thing was not given in the question. Now, if a man saves 3,000 every year and invests it at 10% compound interest, calculate the total amount of his saving at the end of the third year. So now what you do is, you'll have to calculate, now this will be the first year, this will be the second year, and you'll have to find CI for the third year as well. So third year is 3630 into 10 into 1 divided by 100. This will cancel, will be 363. So total amount will be equal to 3630 plus 363. So this is equal to 363 is 3999. This becomes 3993. So this is the money that he gets at the end of third year, right? So there is a way to understand it, a question, but this type of question may not be asked at to you. It's the difficult question, but you should learn how to interpret. Yes, bhai? Book ma cha isko answer. So what's the answer? Check it.
9,930.
9,930? No, 9,000 anyway. It cannot be, because it's just 10% compound interest. No.
2B को यो
What's the answer? 3993?
होइन 9,930.
What? 9,000 त हुन सक्दैन त. I don't think it's possible to get 9,000 from this money. Which question is this? 2B को?
2B को number 9.
So number 9 is 18,000, right?
यहाँ त मेरोमा छ. A man saves 3,000 every year and invests it at the end of year at 10% compound interest. Just calculate the total.
2B, right? Wait, let me see. 2B. Oh yes. I did a mistake. So I'll tell you what. Thank you for looking at the book.
Okay, 3,000.
I did a big mistake now. So this guy invests 3,000 rupees, right? So his principal is 3,000. Okay, correct. Rate is 10%. Oh my god, this is a very stupid mistake. Okay, so compound interest for first year will be equal to P into R into T by 100, which is equal to 3,000 into rate is 10 into time is 1 divided by 100, right? So this is correct up to here. So we get an interest of 300. Amount becomes 3,300, right? So the thing is, the catch is, a man saves 3,000 every year. So obviously, at the end of this year, he again saved 3,000, right? So other than 3,300, he has 3,000 more to save, right? So it becomes 6,300 now. Okay, so this guy is saving 3,000 every year. So if he saves 3,000 for this let's say this 2018, he'll obviously save 3,000 in 2019, right? So his principal will not be this money, but it will be this money plus 3,000. Okay, so it will be 6,300. So its compound interest will be 6,300 into rate into time divided by 100. So this will cancel up. So you'll get 630 rupees. So your total amount at the end of this year will be 6,300 plus 630, which is equal to 6,930. Now for 2020 as well, this guy will save how much? 3,000, right? Every year is saving 3,000. So his total money will be 9,930. So his compound interest will be 9,930 into 10 into 1 divided by 100. So it becomes 993. So amount will be equal to 9,930 plus 993. So this was the mistake that I did. 9,930 is correct. So is this clear now? So I did a big mistake here. So the first part of the explanation was ekdam correct. Okay, he invested 3,000 every year. So if he invested at if he invested the money at so if you are calculating the interest for 2018, which means his first year is 2017, because he saved that money for, yeah, during the 2017 year, right? So he saved the money for 2017 year. Now for that money he is getting interest of 10%, so the interest becomes 300. Now on top of that, he's saving 3000 more every year. So for the next year it will be that amount plus 3000. The interest will give 6930, and for the third year he's saving 3000 extra, so this will be your answer. So calculate the amount of his saving at the end of the third year. So at the end of the third year he gets this much money. This will be the at the end of this year. Okay, so is this clear?
Okay.
So this was the mistake that I did. Okay, I forgot to put this 3000 because I forgot to consider that he was saving this every year, not only the first year. He was saving this money every year, right? So that criteria should be put in the question, which I forgot completely. So is this clear now? Can you follow this?
Ajay.
Okay. So any doubts regarding this topic?
Fine.
Sure.
Ajay.
Okay. So then you can. Yeah, I think that's it for today.